Do you often find yourself wondering where your money went at the end of the month? If you're nodding your head right now, it's time to take a closer look at your money management. Here are 9 bad money habits to avoid. First off, are you living beyond your means? This is a question that can be uncomfortable to face, but it's crucial for financial health. Living beyond your means is essentially spending more than you earn. It's like running a race with a leaky water bottle. You're constantly losing no matter how fast you run. This lifestyle is a slippery slope that often leads to debt, financial insecurity, and constant stress. You may have the latest gadgets, a new car or designer clothes, but at what cost? The cost is your future financial stability. Now let's envision a different scenario. Imagine you're spending less than you earn, and you're consistently saving and investing the difference. You're building your wealth bit by bit. Does it sound boring? Maybe. But it's the pathway to financial freedom. The secret to wealth isn't about earning more, it's about spending less and saving more. So ask yourself again, are you living beyond your means? Remember, wealth isn't about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep. Next up, do you have a budget or do you just wing it? Now let's talk about the importance of budgeting. Without a budget, your financial life is like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly and prone to crashing into unexpected expenses. Budgeting is your financial compass. It helps you navigate your income and expenses, making sure you don't spend more than you earn. Imagine you're on a road trip. You wouldn't set off without a map, right? That's what neglecting to budget is like. You're on a journey with no clear direction, and before you know it, you're lost in a sea of debt and overspending. But here's the good news. It's never too late to start budgeting. With a well-planned budget, you can rein in your spending, save for future goals, and gain control over your finances. So, are you ready to take charge? No more guessing. Start planning your financial future today. Third on our list, are you an impulse buyer? Let's unravel this habit that can often lead us down a slippery slope. Impulse buying is like a siren call, luring us towards shiny objects, fancy gadgets, or even that extra bag of chips at the checkout counter. And before we know it, we're swiping our cards or clicking that buy now button, often without giving it a second thought. But here's the catch. These unplanned purchases can add up quickly, creating a hefty dent in our budgets and potentially leading to financial strain. It's like a leak in our financial ship, slowly draining our resources. And the worst part? Most of these items end up being things we don't really need, just things we want in the heat of the moment. So the next time you feel the urge to buy on impulse, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, do you really need it, or do you just want it? Fourth, are you ignoring your debt? Now, this is a trap many of us fall into. It's easy to brush off those credit card statements, to forget about those student loans, to let the mortgage payments slide. But here's the thing, debt is like a snowball rolling down a hill. Ignore it, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Every missed payment, every delayed installment, every "I'll deal with it later" adds to that snowball. And the bigger it gets, the harder it is to stop. Before you know it, you're under an avalanche of debt, buried under financial stress that could have been avoided. Think of debt as a leaky faucet. If you don't fix it, you're going to end up with a flood. So don't ignore your debt. Don't let it pile up. Don't let it control you. Take control of it. Make a plan. Make those payments. Debt doesn't disappear by ignoring it. Face it head on. Halfway through our list, are you saving for the future? Let's take a moment to ponder. It's easy to get caught up in the here and now, but what about 10, 20, or even 30 years down the line? When it comes to money, the future can seem like a distant, abstract concept, but let's bring it closer to home. Imagine reaching retirement and realizing your bank account is as empty as the day you started working. Doesn't sound like a dream retirement, does it? Not saving for the future is like driving on an endless highway without a gas station in sight. You're cruising along enjoying the ride, but eventually you'll run out of fuel. The good news is, it's never too late to start saving. Even small amounts can grow over time, thanks to the magic of compound interest. So why not start now? Future you will thank present you for starting to save today. At number 6, do you fear investing? It's a common fear, but one that can keep you from building wealth. You might imagine investing as a high-stakes poker game where you're likely to lose your hard-earned money, but that's not the case. Investing is not about getting rich quick, it's about steadily growing your wealth over time. It's about putting your money to work for you instead of just letting it sit idle. It's about harnessing the power of compound interest to multiply your savings. Sure, investing involves risks, but not investing is a risk too. inflation can erode the purchasing power of your money over time, so by not investing, you might be losing money without even realizing it. Remember, investing doesn't have to be scary. Start small, learn as you go, and diversify your portfolio. Investing isn't gambling, it's a calculated risk that can pay off. 7th on our list, do you lack financial education? This is a common pitfall that many of us unfortunately fall into. It's like trying to navigate through a dense forest without a map or compass. You're bound to get lost, aren't you? The same goes for your finances. Without understanding the basic concepts of finance, you're likely to make less informed decisions, which can lead to financial instability or even disaster. Interest rates, inflation, the power of compound interest, the difference between stocks and bonds, these are not just fancy terms used by financial advisors. They are fundamental concepts that everyone should get a grasp on. You don't need to be a Wall Street wizard, but a basic understanding can help you make informed decisions about your money. Don't let the lack of financial literacy be your downfall. There are plenty of resources available online and in books that can help you understand these concepts. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. 8th, do you rely solely on your day job for income? It's easy to become comfortable with our regular paycheck and not seek out other income sources. But here's the thing. This could be limiting your financial growth. Imagine this scenario. You've got a job that pays the bills and you're happy with it. But what if you could earn a little more on the side? What if you could use that extra income to pay off debt faster, or save for that dream vacation, or even build towards an early retirement? Sounds exciting, right? Having multiple income streams can offer you financial stability. It can act as a safety net when one source of income takes a hit. It could be something as simple as a part-time job, or as complex as investing in real estate or starting your own business. So, consider this. Are you limiting your financial potential by not seeking additional income? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your income. Lastly, do you often succumb to instant gratification? It's a common trait, we all love that quick dopamine hit. But when it comes to managing money, instant gratification can lead to some really poor financial decisions. Think about the last time you made an impulse purchase. You probably felt a rush of excitement, right? That's dopamine. Our brains are wired to seek out these quick rewards, but they're often at odds with our long-term goals. Neglecting to save is another consequence of instant gratification. It's easy to spend money now and tell ourselves we'll start saving next month. But next month becomes the month after, and before you know it, you've missed out on years of potential savings. Instant gratification feels good, there's no denying it. But when it comes to your finances, it's important to resist the urge for that quick dopamine hit. Instead, think about the future. What are your long-term financial goals? Saving for a house, retirement, patience is a virtue, especially in finance. So, did any of these bad money habits sound familiar? Perhaps you recognized yourself in one or many of these pitfalls. But here's the good news. Recognizing these habits is the first step towards financial health. It's about not just understanding these habits, but actively working to change them. Start small and be proactive. If you like the content of this video, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. We will be back for more. In the meantime, keep bustling, keep money thinking.